Diddy scored a pretty big win in court today. It's probably his first win in court. And honestly, no matter how much you hate Diddy, and I do hate Diddy, but I think the judge probably did the right thing in this case, erring on the side of caution. It all relates back to that search that they did of Diddy's cell. Now, they said that it was a routine search and that somebody filtered the information that was obtained from his cell, looking for any attorney-client privileged information. And then when they discovered something that was not attorney-client privileged, they turned it over to the prosecutors. And the prosecutors referenced that material, that evidence, those documents in their memorandum against Diddy's bond, against Diddy getting a bond. So they used this information. The lawyers went ballistic, as they should. I mean, I personally was offended by this. I don't like people going into my client's cell and finding things that I might have sent him. Now, I don't send a whole lot through the mail, only if you absolutely have to, and definitely not something that's top secret. But your client is sitting in jail and he might be working on his trial or working on what he believes the evidence is, and he's got to take notes somewhere and then eventually give those over to his attorney. So there's probably a lot of attorney-client privileged information in there because that's all he has to do. Sit in his cell and work on his case. So were they allowed to search his cell? Absolutely, they're allowed to search his cell. He knows they're going to search his cell. It's a routine part of being in jail. That's what being in jail is all about. You have no privacy in there. So he knew it, but he's still working on his trial and he's preparing things for his trial. And that's what these documents were. There were like 3 or 4 different legal pads in there, and they had some information in them. So it offends me that somebody might be looking at a client's information that they were using to prepare for trial. So yeah, I think the judge did the right thing in this case. He has basically said, you're not using this in his bond hearing next week. And honestly, I'll be surprised if they let him use it at a trial in this case. But they still have those phone calls and they know they're recorded. Diddy knows they're recorded. Everybody knows they're recorded. But I did note from the reports from today, they said there's an inference of him manipulating witnesses or influencing witnesses. He doesn't come right out and say it. So we're going to have to take the same leap that the U.S. Attorney's Office took to get to the fact that he is trying to influence witnesses. I personally can't wait to hear what's in these phone calls. Now, I know the pizza boxes absolutely sounds like witnesses. So we'll see. But Diddy did get a win today.